Oh, just think of the time. Art and love so strange. Said you never know. While I try my best, hey, to cover our eyes. It's a common way to blame and hide the truth. I know that some will say it matters but little, babe. Oh, but come on and mean it to me. I need it so bad. I need it to try. Need it to fall. I need it to love. I'm burning away. I need never get old.
Thank you for joining me this evening. I shall be covering the daily close and the road ahead for GME over the next week or two with a focus on
time, or just standing in the rain.
That's the direction I'm facing.
Mean what you said, oh, and mean it to me. All of these lies, oh, and never again. Come on and say, yeah, now, say it's the game.
It's the game.
I know that some will say it matters but little, babe. Oh, but come on and mean it to me. I need it so bad. Oh, mean it to me. I need it so bad.
So here we are, purring away nicely on the weekly chart. We've deleted all of those drawings we had on there, and we've left with the moving averages. Yo! You can see I've changed that to the 9 period when I previously had it at the 20 period exponential moving average. A moving average is the average of the price over a period of time as defined by the look back period you set here. On this particular one, you just type in the number of body closes you want it to include, and then it creates a moving average from those candle body closes. And on top of that, this exponential moving average also puts added weight on the most recent price action. So an exponential moving average, some people believe it reduces the lag slightly that's inherent in a moving average indicator, and they think that's to be a positive thing. I think that it gives a more accurate representation of recent time, but that's not necessarily more accurate of future time, but if you follow along. Anyway, the 9-period moving average, that's supposed to be one that people assume is very important in terms of looking for bullish trends. If you're above a 9-period moving average, then you're in a bullish move, and that would be said, if you're still in like the thrust of a bullish move, that would be said on the weekly time frame to be true as well. And here's our previous tests of it. We've been above this. Apart from 2 body closes, open closes, that doesn't even count as an open, because there was a jump up beforehand. But let's say it does and be generous. There's only ever been 2 since August last year. So here we are sitting on it, and do you expect to be below it? Not particularly. Do we expect to be below it for long? Certainly not. I don't even anticipate subsequent opens and closes below the 9-period, and we'll see how things evolve. There obviously can be times when you're below it, but don't open close below it. And so in that sense, it's held firm for a long time, and we can expect, at least I would anticipate, that would be true over the coming week as well. So this is this area where we are at the minute, and it's actually, well, post-market, after-market, you can see we're actually still above this right now, and so that comes in at around 202, 203, just around where we closed, really, to be generally just where we closed. So that's what we're thinking. And in terms of the week ahead, we've just closed this weekly candle, the 3-day, the 2-day, obviously the daily, and so on. When you get down to these sort of lower time frames, you can see I'm talking about moving averages. We'll stay with it. On the daily, you're above the 55-period moving average. Holding that firm, it comes in at the same place as the weekly 9. So there's multiple reasons why this would get caught here. Also, when we touched that previously, it proved to be an area that the prices bounced from, so we'll see how that goes over the next couple of days at the start of next week. On the 2-day, you can see that we've got lower prices, but we've got weakening. Well, if this is the low, which we'll judge in a minute, we can say that you've put in a low. Once that happens, you'll be able to say we've marked this off as the higher low on the MACD, which I would say would be hugely bullishly divergent at that stage, with the way this trend's going in the direction of these being so obviously different. And the same can be said for nearly can be said for the not yet quite, not on the 2-day time frame, but we'll look at that as we pop up. See that divergence there is obvious on the momentum if we put in a low, and the RSI suggests that hasn't yet happened, so we'll keep an eye on that. Regardless though, it's still already, you'd have to go quite some distance. How many candle closes on 2-day? It's possible that you could come down there. Even to defeat like Class B divergence on the top side, it would have to go considerably further. In the daily, that's obviously a higher low if that would be the case, and such. That would be then defeating this trend. Possibly you could be able to definitely say that was a low if it did turn around. From what price? We'll start checking that in a second. Go, stop mocking everything. You can see this sort of channel, this rough channel we've got drawn out, and the targets from it. So when you're down here, we're looking for prices to recover beyond the 236 on this retracement, and from that high left to right, taking it down to the low. That means we'd need to get above the 236 Fibonacci, which is at 22450 to 22550, and you'd want to see it put in a 4-hour, no less, would be nothing less than a 4-hour. You want to see it put in an open and close above there. Whoops. At which point your target's above. Your immediate target is the 0.5 Fibonacci, which is up at $260, and the reason are 257 to 260 is a bit of a zone really. To get there, Why is that? Well, it's the measured move out of this channel if it is one, and if previously it was a wedge and we were breaking out of it and now retesting it, which is what a lot of people would say on the smaller time frames, such as say early if they were drawing it across. Here they might have taken, this sort of wedge, had to break out from it. That was a retest coming up, putting in slightly higher low with divergence. At that point you'd say potentially, if it was to happen, so far not yet, and still maybe on more on that downside. But let's looking at it from when such times that it does start moving upwards. These are the places we're looking to, and that's the measured move out of this particular formation. If you get up here and you put another 4-hour open and close, you'll have also broken up above this area of resistance, which is marked off by this high over here on our previous run up, which is where the bearishness started creeping into the strength of the move. And it's also this area here before the breakdown prices in, say the breakdown, but the cup starting to form a U shape at the end of halfway through March. So that means that that area is quite important to get above, and a 4-hour candle close above there would be very positive. It could be that when prices initially break through that level, they then come back and retest it, or lower, because we've got the 618 Fibonacci on here. The above fib target, which is at $277.55. Please stop knocking everything, people. I'll keep moving it. And then, once you break there, some people will be looking at the 786. But in terms of horizontal support and resistance, that level comes in between the 618 and the 782. It's in. It's in and around. $296, $300, and that would be an area that you might see prices get drawn to and then rejected from in around $300. We'll put the line at 296 because really it is a zone, and being very accurate with it is only helping paper-handed people, so that's where you're aiming for. And it's important, once you get up to this area, that when we do get above the 618, it would be good, really important. I say important, but in terms of identifying a really strong bullish move that was likely within a week, if those 4-hour candles all happen consequentially, what we would hope to happen is does that mean that we're going to have a good week? Well, if the prices get above the 618 and then a hold at this level, at least on any retrace, you don't really particularly want to see them going down here, but that isn't a problem. That isn't a problem because the bullishness will have come in at the breakout, and retests are fine. But if we do hold this 618 at that point, that would be very bullish. And if you put in a number of opening closes there, the next target you're looking to is previous previous highs on that cup in at around 343. If we can get in at 343 and hold there by the end of the week, and I say that in terms of perhaps it takes 2 weeks. This would be the bullish TA over that sort of time frame that we're looking at here. We're talking about those sort of horizons. If you can get up and around here and close a weekly in around this level, it's obvious. It'll be obvious at that stage to everybody where this is going, and everybody will be buying it, at which point it'll get knocked over above the all-time high and it'll go into blue sky breakout areas. And how do we know that that's true? For various reasons. We can turn on this other chart. I'll briefly open up and show you there. Oops, that's not it. That's the GAN charts. Load. The go figure chart, right? Yeah, so here's their level in the Wyckoff. You want to break above that. And you want to close a weekly up and above here, 343, 337, that sort of area. And once you do, that's banana airtime, right? Then we're taking off. After that, we've really got little to worry about. It'll come in, it'll do retests, it'll go up, it'll come back, it'll do all sorts of different things, and it'll be exciting, it'll be emotionally fatiguing, though we'll cover it all from start to finish. With maybe a little break in between, but we'll cover it all. And so that's it, that's what you're looking for. The thing to look out for, if all you do is look at weekly charts and all you're really interested in is the long-term trades and entries that you might look to get at, then this is a very good one, and it comes ahead of a period of intense volatility that we're expecting. This coming to test to 38. That's the sort of area where you'd normally get a bounce and a really bullish move. So on the weekly time frames, we'll see what happens. Strength of trend there is really, really, really bullish, more than it has been in a long time. Right now, this is identify this as I am very, very bullish. Right, obviously it's screaming at you, and I know we're talking about a long time frame there, but this move's got a lot left on it according to that sort of analysis. And if you're looking at it perhaps zoomed in more, since this dropped down, you can see here we are right at this sort of level where 38 comes in. That line's there for a reason, because after that point things are very, very strong, very, very bullish. And the trend itself, the dominance, while this is pulled down a little bit, it's not as though the bears have got any conviction in their thoughts. They're still here way down in the historically low levels as the strength of trend persists in the maximum strength. This zone is representative of its maximum strength, and it's doing that while we're still the rules are still in all of the classical senses. Looking at this indicator, are still in charge. So this will get us a positive slope on it. That would be fantastic. To do it at this area would be really, really bullish, and to do it while the DI minus is still down there and like completely destroyed land is perfect. So that's the sort of thing you're looking at from a weekly time frame. It is less about like exciting moves. When you're looking at it from the weekly, you're more thinking about where's my long-term investment going, what sort of thing are we getting here, what can we plan for. And from that perspective, you've got like maybe the next couple of weeks ahead of you in those targets I've said. And downside, I don't think you've got really much to look at how they are. It may go as far as 187, might go 183, might go 177, but all of those areas are very good reasons to buy. And as you can see, the trend is still very bullish, and like I defined there, and it's nearly in its maximum sense. Your areas up above that you'd be then looking to, if we break the 343 before any sort of a retest of prior levels of resistance, next levels you're looking to are, goodness gracious me, the next area you're looking to above there is, please stop it, Coco. We could zoom in here and make things easier on ourselves. We don't need this volume panel to be so large, for goodness sake. So we do actually to see anything, but like not in this particular instance, right? So up above us here, the targets you're looking for, if we do break the all-time highs in terms of body closes, aren't necessarily the wick highs, although this is an area, right, 343. Once you get above here, you're looking at that. It doesn't necessarily go straight to the previous wick, right? You could also take a rest and have a sandwich over at 404. Price action, go have a cup of tea at 340, and then obviously when you do get up here at 1618 retracement on this Fibonacci that we're currently persisting in this little dip down here in the weekly. Yo, what is it? We just had food, buddy, and I was patting you for ages. And then above that you're looking at 484, and after that, well, shit goes crazy, right? The only thing relevant after 484 is up at 770, and that's the sort of thing you're talking about on a weekly time frame with a long-term perspective. And people who do good at TA, and they'll be looking at the same thing as me, be thinking the same thing. Until this drops and opens and closes below the 9 period, they're not even going to change this to like a non-extremely bullish number, which would actually be something like the 20 if you're like me, or you know, a lot of people, probably more people, actually use a 21, in which case you're getting even more price action down at the lows added in, and so it's even further away. And well, I mean, it's bullish AF, isn't it? Everything's got a positive play, everything's got a positive slope. The areas that you're coming in test that we talked about on the lower time frames are likely to provide really good support. And while we're looking at the weekly, you can see there, even though we're down on the 4 hour and so on, there's 100 period there, there's 200 period here. There's so many reasons that it'll bounce if it does drop down. There are obviously other levels of horizontal support and resistance from when we were in the basin of that cup. So that's your TA. That's the start, the long and the long and the longer of it. And I hope that's helpful, and I hope it was legible and I enunciated correctly, and it was of some help to some people if you didn't catch any of the earlier shows, or if you're looking for a slightly longer term perspective, or your TA was with a weekly kind of thing. If that's the way you look at it, then that's a brief update, and kind of covers all the important factors. I could slap on other indicators and show you on the 4 hour what things look like. DMI, the MACD, you've got bullishly divergent moves here. We've already talked about the RSI there. We'll add on these ones that people are ask about all the time. You can see here the signature that's coming through. Volatility starting to pick up on this now. Says so, but the volume isn't changed, so you don't need volume for volatility. In fact, the less volume you've got, the more volatility you're likely to see. So this thing could really start going crazy. And that is that. If I turn off this. The bing and the bong. Here's your period of volatility coming up, as shown by the MACD. Right, that's signposting that quite clearly. I also talked about how this was giving you its crazy ass signals, and it looks like the referee's got the whistle to his lips. The finger is on the button. Everybody duck and cover. GME is going to explode, pass it on. And why do we think that's such an important indicator that it's doing that? Well, here's the time it did that before, and there's that historical lows on GME. It's a price that never came back right after this move. You got this signal, price absolutely freaking exploded. This is where they started breaking out from. This is a crazy move. This is where you were told about it weeks and weeks beforehand. It starts here and it fires off massively here. We've gone through that period. This was Bing. It started, and I told you we'd come back and discover what things had happened by the time Bong went off, and everything's gone to plan. Here, Bong's going off, right? Fuse set, things about to explode. Pass it on. That's just, it's kind of fucking obvious, right? That's me sworn and ruined it and had a clean video until that point. I'm super sorry. Please forgive me. And there was a tune at the start of the video, so there you go. It's something that hopefully is useful to lots of people and like is approachable because I'm friendly music in there. It's got a funny thumbnail. It's not too long a video so far. I'll answer any questions anybody has about the weekly sorts of things and any of the indicators I've used here, just in case that makes it even more useful for people who watch later. And thanks to everybody who tuned in live to see things. It's appreciated. Thank you very much. And thanks very much to the moderators who make the live chat welcoming for everybody and take care of it all. Yous are massively appreciated. And ape together strong. Bing bong, ape together strong. Thanks very much. Right, I'm going to dip into the chat and see what you're all saying. And hope that everybody's got good news. So focus on the positive things, or if you've got questions about price action, let me know what they are and I'll try my best to answer them, or the indicators that I use, I'll also get around to answering them. But Coco is clearly looking for attention, so you have competition on that front. But so, let me know. Tim Brown, keep up the good work, regardless if anyone says, yo, thanks Tim. It's appreciated. Yeah, I mean, I don't really mind, like, people can come and say all sorts of different things, but this is good to you. You know it is. I don't really trust like, other people apart from myself. I've put a lot of years of learning in how to do these sorts of things, and got experience to back it up, and I've proved myself day after day for months after months now. I've got absolutely no worries about anything anybody might say about my efforts, and it's happened before. We've had a laugh at this sort of thing where people have got some problem, and we've crystallized their message and taken it with us as price action has gone up, incredible rises, and when we've reached points where we're having a break, we've gone back and had a look and laughed at the people that criticised us, and that has been quite an enjoyable experience. Schadenfreude, but in all the best possible senses. Just to say, for the grace of God, there go I. You know, these are the people who we've managed to survive beyond, like, the amount of nonsense that people were putting in our face here. Again here, the things that the people were saying here. You know, I've got so many photographs and screenshots of things people said on videos and in live chats that one day we will laugh and laugh and laugh about, and maybe we'll make a video laughing at these people. So bear that in mind. You know, the moderators now are really taking care of things, and they've got the best interest of everybody at heart. So if you're managing to like trick them off, then I'd say you're really going to have to work on yourself, because they're dead nice guys, and like they don't, you know, like they don't even need, like, anyway, they don't say they're nice, they're fucking nice. Anyway, that's the chat. Yo Coco, yo everybody, thanks Tim Brown, you're a legend. It's appreciated. And yeah, I'll keep being myself. Of course. Earning your mod title already. Which one of the lords? My lords was it? It's Harry Buttcheeks. Yo, my lord Harry Buttcheeks, you legend. Holy shit, there's a large donation. Who's that? My phone's covering it up so I can't see who it came from. Let me see, I can get to it. Racer X. How's it going, buddy? It's great to see you. It's great to see you. I haven't read the chat enough as I've been doing videos, so I might have missed you. It's in the new alert.
That's how it's done. Who's next?
That's me.
So yeah, Racer X, thanks so much, man. It's really appreciate it. That's a huge donation, and that, thank you so much. I think I'll end a clip here, and then I'll keep this video. No, I'll not end a clip. I'll make this whole thing a video. Great. There's no point in putting stuff on the end like that. That'd be silly of me. No, not trying to eke out advertising money, really. No, that's for sure. Anyway, I won't bore you with those funny stories. Right, so that's the TA. What are the questions? And you're so super welcome, Racer X. It's really appreciated. That's a huge donation, and it really means a big lot. And you're a huge supporter of the channel, and you've helped us in so many ways. And you'll be glad to know that the Bing Bong, the price is wrong. Well, we all know that. That's old news. Bing Bong, apes together strong. Bing Bong, the schlong is long. Bing Bong, the price is wrong. Bing Bong, this is our song. And Coco, you're singing along. Pass it on. Ooh, funny. Right, so Racer X, Bing Bong, damn right, we've got these new cameras. You'll be glad to hear, and you'll also be glad to see from next week onwards, and we're going to test them this evening. Hopefully, we'll have it up and running, and then we'll have, if possible, I know all about it. Yeah. We finished singing that song already. Bing Bong, got it. Yeah, we got it already, Coco. No worries. Yes, I am Zod. I am an ape like you and don't deserve to be alienated. I believe in the most more than anybody, and you're doing it again. Doing what again? What is somebody doing again? Well, stop it, Coco. Nobody's doing anything again. What you don't happen to realise is that people have all. You have to earn people's respect. That's the way it works, right? You have to earn people's respect. Doesn't matter what you believe or how much you care about it. It doesn't matter what your past achievements are. I've learned that numerous times in life, right? It's about how you act in the moment. That's always how you will be judged, especially by the people you're interacting with in that moment. And those people who you may feel like are treating you unfairly have everybody's best interests at heart. And none of these people have got anything against anyone in particular, personally. Like, that's obvious. They go out of their way to help people. And that's what their time should be spent doing, not dealing with people's anyone who's aggrieved, right? That's not the job of a moderator here. The job of a moderator here is just to be helpful to people. So, like, when their effort and time is taken up dealing with needless arguments, right? And those moderators are here to support a channel which is exclusively focused on helping everybody that's involved in GME. What you can see is your argument falls apart there, because you're distracting moderators from doing the thing that they're doing their free time towards doing on a channel that is designed to help everybody who believes in the MOAS. So to say you believe in the MOAS would say that you're working counter to your own objectives there. And so that's the way things go, right? And now I see all your messages got hidden because you were typing as I was saying that and what I was saying to you. And thanks very much, Harry, my lord. You're a legend. Thank you for taking care of things. As I was saying, I was being like quite fair there, right? I was just telling you the way it was, and whatever you've gone and done is said something that got you banned, and it's like, I'm not here to impose discipline on your life and teach you anything with regards to how you behave. Like, I don't give a flying shit. Do it all you like. It's just, you're not going to get the value that's on offer here. And that's all it is, value that's being put out for you. And it's essentially free, right? It is. In fact, but when I start streams, I'm down money already because I've got a license for music and stuff, right? Because people like you, specifically you, sent me a message last night when I was asleep telling me you were going to report all my videos and try and get me banned from YouTube. You said that, you who believes in the MOAS. And And I again gave you another chance. Was willing to speak to you there and chat to you about what it would sort out. And again, you fell down me. And like, in some senses, like, I actually don't. The truth is, in totality, I don't actually care about this situation, right? For you as an individual ape, like, regardless of what's happened here, I do care about you, mate, right? If you're ever seeing this, I don't know if you can, because, like, frankly, I expect you're behaving in a strange, unpredictable manner right now, and again, that's not my responsibility or concern, but I do have compassion for you, as I do for everybody. But people out here trying to do something, and you're distracting them from their goal, which you say is the same as your own, and it's counterproductive. And I know that you can see that there is no excuse for it, right? I know you can see it, and I know that you're yo, Coco really went for that one. Anyway, like the bottom line is, right? If that happens and like you do, you've been downvoting my videos, I've seen it all, right? You are going out of your way to slow my roll for no purpose other than badness. If you do those sort of things, and you can see this video, right? I'm about to finish it, and you're just being silly. All I'm doing is putting out free content that's designed to help people from every angle that I can possibly do it. And so it's those people that I'll focus on, the people that I can help, right? And if I can't help you, then that yeah, sure, it might be my failure. But I'm recognize that I can't help everybody, and the truth is that we're out here literally trying to change the world. And so if that's what we're doing, and we don't have time to even turn around and convince some other reasonable person that this is going to the moon so that they can get rich, like, when they come back with like the why and the how and the what and all the other stuff, and we're like, right, well, can't be bothered, I'll just speak to somebody who's open-minded, because there's plenty of people in the world, and those people who all want to buy this thing, and it's cheap as chips, right? And it's about to explode. Pass it on. So anyway, it's just like it's a waste of time. Stop wasting our time, buddy. Michael Burry is GameStop's a real company with real potential. Yeah, I know, and he's calling it a meme stock and that. It's like, oh, goodness gracious me. People like they don't know, right? What are they doing, right? It's because they're, I don't know, right? Coco really is on a rampage. I don't know what she was doing there, but she went for it off the table. Crazy stuff. Anyway, just like to say that thanks so much for to Harry Buttcheeks, who dealt with everything there, right? My lord, you're so appreciated. You're a total legend. You're just like a really good buddy there, a really good internet buddy. Thanks so much, and a tribute to Harry Buttcheeks, and everybody thank him in chat there, because he's taking care of everything there, being nice, putting his time out here to help people, and he's instead had to deal with like unnecessary people who are behaving unnecessary, right? And like, I would say shame on them, but do compassion for the guy, right? I understand that everybody's got things going on in their life, and I know that, right? Everybody's got things going on in their life outside of these moments, outside of this greater narrative about GME. If all of us have, and to you that's been banned, you may still be watching, and I truly do respect you, right? Not because of anything you've done, but because of who I am. I will respect everyone to a degree. Oh, wow, new member of Chip. Adam Norrell, thank you so much. Welcome to the family, Adam Norrell. You've got a white headband. By the time that turns red, you will have survived what will be 94% of other traders 6 months into your journey. And that would be a real achievement if you make it to there. And if you don't necessarily make it to there on the membership, that's no problem. Thanks so much for committing to support us at this stage. Thanks, it's really appreciated. And yeah, to everybody out there, my monitor's just gone off. Does that mean that the stream has? Probably not, but why is my monitor going off? I've only had it on for a minute. I've got the energy settings too low. Am I still here? Am I gone? Who knows? I'm back. Right. Yeah, so to you, who's reporting my videos and trying to get me banned from YouTube, and I've done nothing to hurt you, and I've been gone out of my way to give you every time and speak to you perhaps more than most people in private messages and whatnot, and you've now gone and got yourself banned again under a different profile. And to everybody else, and to equally to everyone, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everything you do for you. Well done on getting here and going through all the shit that people have put you through and making it to this point. And whether you like me or not, I know that if you're here and you're here consistently, then you probably like GME. Wow, another person who joined membership. Awkward loan, buddy. Thanks. That's really appreciated. Awesome. Sweet. And I turned the alert master volume down. I think I got that working. So thanks everybody, and well done, right? You made it here. You made it through all this shit. You've committed again to a higher purpose. You've shown to yourself again, despite price action, going in a down, you've managed to look at the charts or tune into these videos or just have the confidence within yourself to know that you've committed to a purpose that may take time, but in the end it's inevitable that with your commitment it will succeed. And you now know from places like here and all the other communities online that support GME, and I say it's about the content, not the creator, so wherever it is you've come from or spent most of your time, congrats and big respect. And I'll be covering this price action we talked about throughout next week, so tune into a live stream where I will be going bell to bell every day next week. And there also might be a bonus drinking stream on Saturday night if Cosmic and Rocky are up for it, and if they are and we get it all organised, you're all welcome to join in, and I mean on the video chat and on the video, and join us all there. We'll set that up and have queues and things and people to chat to and see if we can get everybody on. Maybe we'll be able to sync it up in live with Ronaldo. We'll be doing some tunes. That would be epic. He's like absolute king of this whole thing. Love yous all. Ronaldo, massive heart, massive, awesome, brilliant presence, and like he is like that, a huge presence in the whole GME thing, you know. And so yeah, thanks to everybody, and the stream tomorrow, hopefully if we get something organised. It's great to see you all. Yo, David B. Thanks everybody. Native Flight, thanks. I never got credits, I should put that up, but like, I'd just like to say thanks to everybody, and that, so everybody who's tuning in now, there's only 218 of you according to YouTube, but like, it's, who knows, right? Perhaps lots of people watch this, perhaps not. That's not really the point. It's just to make digestible content, and from every angle, so that everybody from every perspective who's interested in GME has something here that may not be of value. And congrats, yeah. Well done. It's another week under the belt for you and for me in all sorts of different ways. Bing bong, ape together strong. It's important.